Good morning. I may not seem nearly as perky as I usually do. It's Saturday morning. I'm on my way to work today. It's not even 8 o'clock. It's like 7:30 in the morning. I just had the surgical procedure done day before yesterday, which was an ablation, three places. It was more of it wasn't a like surgery, it was like a day surgery kind of thing. I kept calling it a procedure, but it turned out to be more of a surgery than I thought it would be, so I went home. I thought that I was gonna just go home like I did in the last, preliminary appointments and just go home and have fun for the day, do things for the day. And that didn't happen. I ended up sleeping all day. They did knock me out for the most part. I wasn't completely out, but pretty out. And I didn't get much done. So I wanted to go out and take pictures of leaves. There were all kinds of things I wanted to do, but as it turned out, it felt more like a real surgery than I thought it would, and I ended up just sleeping. And then yesterday I wanted to just stay at home and rest, but I didn't get to because of all things, my tail lights came in. They finally arrived. They were supposed to be there on the 31st of October, and here it was like the 8th of November, and all of a sudden I got a message that said I had a package, and there they were, and that was my day off to rest. So I had a choice to make. I'm either gonna just pass on getting the tail lights put on and just rest, which is what I really, really wanted to do, or I'm going to take this opportunity, which might have been my last opportunity, my last day off work, to be able to go in and have it all taken care of. So I sucked it up and I called the mechanic. He told me to call him back at 3. We went out and got something to eat, and I called him at 3, and he said bring it on in. So I spent from 3 till about 4:30 in the shop with the car, sitting on a hard bench instead of resting in a nice bed. I mean, this is the day after my surgery. It's with me, it just never seems to fail. I have surgery and I'm like out of the hospital and shopping or something. It's just the way it usually works, but I got it done, and I wanted to share that because I had been talking about the tail lights and things going wrong and not being able to get the tag on my car, and how all of this stuff with my car just wasn't happening in my favor. Went to the DMV twice, got turned away, went the third time, just so many things. Finally got the tags, had them in hand, but couldn't get the sticker. Couldn't get the inspection passed because my tail lights had been spray painted black. So I had to order new tail lights, wait for them to come in. They didn't come in on time. So I had to take my day off. That was the day of my restful day after surgery. That's the day that I took to go to the mechanic and get the lights on. And you know what? Here I am. You can see that here I am. I'm practically wearing my pajamas. I mean, it's just my shirt that I wear around the house. I am not all dressed up for corporate office right now. I feel like I should be in my pajamas, but I'm going in. And I'm going in because this is what I do. I mean, I don't skip out. I'm not going to call off. I'm not going to say, just give me an unpaid day off, which is what I would be taking, unpaid. I'm not going to be under 40 hours this week. I just got up and I thought if I could get up and get my tail lights done yesterday, I can get up and go into the office today. I'll have tomorrow. I'll have the rest of this evening and tomorrow off to rest. So yeah. I don't recommend that everybody jump out of bed after surgery. I'm not trying to tell everybody to do that. Again, with my videos, I'm sharing what I did or what I do. What I do isn't always the right thing. I'm just sharing it. I'm not trying to say this is the way everybody should do it, because honestly, if I would have had the time off to be able to just call in and say that I would get another paid day off, I probably would have done that. I took a lot of time off for my vacation that I have coming up, and I want to reserve the time for that. There will be flights, there will be boats, there will be all kinds of things to catch, and I wanted to make sure I had enough time for that, so I didn't want to cut into that. That was my choice. It wasn't anything that was forced. My company didn't tell me I'm not allowed to take a day off. They give me plenty of time off. I just chose to take it so I can go out of the country for a little while and just enjoy my life. And this is I don't want to call it a sacrifice, but let's just say that if I made a choice, if I made a decision that I wanted to use my vacation for an actual vacation, and then I end up, feeling like I could use an extra day to rest, it's my choice. I could cut into my vacation if I want. But anyway, that's not the whole point of that's the intro. That's not the whole point of this video. The point of this video is, for all the videos that I did or the talking I did about not being able to get the tags, not being able to get the lights, I wanted to share that this whole time, and I didn't say it in the beginning because I just didn't want to create a sense of, oh, here's what I'm going to do, and then have that focus beyond it, because really you have to let it go. You have to just you can't talk about it constantly. You have to say it and let it go, which is what I did. I said to myself, after the one video that I did about not being able to get the tags and how much of a pain in the butt this is, after the Honda dealership turned me away, I drove home and I said to myself, it's going to happen. And I imagined it happening. I imagined the lights on the back of my car. Every time I looked at my car, I just imagined nice red lights on it. I didn't think that it's not going to happen. I didn't think that I wanted it to happen. I didn't think anything other than it's good. That's just what I kept thinking. We're all good. We're good. I don't have anything to worry about. I don't have anything to think about. It's all going to fall together somehow. Everything's going to come together. It'll all get done. And that used to be my motto when my kids were growing up, when they were in high school. They used to be frazzled about, getting their stuff together for sports and not making it to school on time, and, not having enough time to do their activities. And I would say, it'll all get done. My son would say, I need cleats. I don't have cleats. And we needed this and I need that. And I would say, it'll all get done. And it always did. It always got done. Because when we have our minds set to, there are no worries, there's nothing to worry about, things will come together. Somehow it'll come together. And then you I imagine it being done. I imagine it's solved. I don't imagine that there's a problem that needs to be solved. I imagine that the problem's already been solved. In fact, I don't imagine it as a problem at all. I just live as if there's not an issue. I live my life. I let it all go. I didn't worry about getting pulled over because I still had a Florida plate on my car. I didn't worry about anything. I just let it all go. And I lived my life. I went to work. It wasn't even really running in the back of my mind. Once I let it go, I let it go, and I just thought, it'll get done. No worries. In its timing. And that's really how it happened. I woke up. I was feeling not groggy, not completely out of it, but I was feeling tired, and like I really would have preferred to stay in bed and have another day to rest. But I looked at my phone, and there was the notice that I had a package. I went down and got the package, and lo and behold, there were the lights. And I said, today's the day. Today's the day we get new lights on the car. I called the mechanic, and he was able to take me in. So My voice might not sound the best. I might sound a little tired, but I can tell you by the time I get into this building and get myself a cup of coffee, I'm not going to have a raspy voice and I'm not going to be tired. I'm going to be good to go. So I'm parking at the very front spot. I'm going to run right into the office because I didn't leave myself time to spare. That's going to be that. Oh, you know what? Before I go, hold on if I could